What's up, folks at home? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it is a beautiful day out here. We are going to go underwater today with a brand new just released bait, the Berkley Power Bait Maxent Stank Bug. This is going to be an exciting one. We're going to look at different ways to rig this bait, how we can fish it, and how it's going to help you put more fish in the boat. So let's head underwater. Let's go. Alright, so first up here we have the Stank Bug on a 3/8 ounce jig, and this is your daily driver. This is probably how I'm going to fish this bait most. It looks great as a jig trailer. There's a couple things that I like about the bait. One, the more violently you rip it up, the more action you're going to get out of those claws, but it's not overpowering. I like a jig that's subtle most of the time because so many people are out fishing now. The two things that make this bait great are it can be as active as you need it to be here on the slow-mo, or it can be as aggressive as you want. It's got a nice flip there too, and when I'm dragging a jig, if I really want to hop it in the summer, this is a good option. If I want to slow down and crawl this thing slow and low on the bottom, it's going to do that well also. So it's versatile. The second thing that I like about it is the Maxent smell. That stuff makes fish bite and hold on. It's killer on smallmouth, it's killer on largemouth. So if you're fishing this bait deep, it's going to flutter down nicely, as you can see here, and it's going to give you a nice solid action. The daily driver here on the jig, it's going to be a game changer in fishing that. The other probably most popular way most people are going to fish this bait is on a Texas rig. So I threw it on an unweighted Texas rig, or unpegged Texas rig, and literally it's got as much or as little action as you want it to have. The bigger the hops, the bigger the action. The more aggressive the hops, the more aggressive the action. But it's got that nice clean crawfish profile, so it looks really good straight up just on a Texas rig. I'm really gonna like this around pressured fish, around fish that have seen a lot of jigs. You know, on the slow-mo here, it's got that subtle flip and it's got that subtle crawfish swim to it, and it looks really good. Another way that I'm going to fish this, especially around smallmouth, is on a Ned rig. Here you have it on an 1/8 ounce upgrade jig head, and literally this bait looks super good Ned rig style. The thing I like about it is, once again, the more aggressive your hop, the more aggressive the action. The less aggressive the action. It looks really good on this. I'm really excited to throw this bait around smallmouth, especially on hard spots leading into the pre-spawn. There's a notorious bottom contact bite at that time. This bait slowed down, looks really nice. I like the colors on these baits too. They have a good array of different colors to match things. Here's the green pumpkin, red flake. Really like this. It's going to be a largemouth killer and a smallmouth killer when they're on those sand spots up here in the North Country. Really enjoy a bait that you can fish in a variety of ways. This bait is really designed well, and it can be fished in a variety of ways. Sometimes craw trailers are notorious for only being good on a jig, only being good on a Texas rig. This bait looks like one that's going to have the scent power, but also the action power. I like that it lays nicely on the bottom, so if you have to drag this around really slow, it looks like a crawfish. And it has the added bonus of having that Maxent drawing power. Probably my favorite way to fish stuff lately has been on the Tokyo rig. This bait on the Tokyo rig is a killer. This is going to be my warm water go-to when I'm flipping and punching with a Tokyo rig. One, because it has an outsized action, but two, because it looks really realistic. When I'm flipping and punching, most of the time I'm trying to imitate a bluegill. This bait's profile looks really good on the fall, and it crosses that bluegill threshold, that profile that fish really latch onto in the areas that I'm fishing. Really excited about the action, and also this bait is going to slide through cover extremely well. It does not have outside appendages that are going to catch on stuff and inhibit the action. On that Tokyo rig, it looks really clean, and like I said, we love baits that are versatile, so there's 4 ways right there that I'm going to rig this bait with one. A lot of baits can't do that, and the added scent bonus on this bait is a plus. It makes fish bite and hold on longer. I'm a huge believer in that. I fished Maxent for years, so I'm excited to see a great craw profile in that Maxent. Here we go is another wrinkle. This is on a upgrade hover hook, and this is an 1/8 ounce hook, but it's internally weighted, so that bait is not coming off of there. I'm going to fish this around the bluegill spawn, and I'm going to absolutely demolish fish because one, the hover hook, it's that 2X hook, so you can really put the steel to them, but it fishes like a finesse tactic, and it really slows things down. So this bait right here, once again, if you rip it, it's going to give you nice kicks and flutters. If you fish it slow, it's going to give you a nice gliding action, and you can kind of tailor what you want to do with the same bait. The hover hook gives it the ability here to be fished super slow in the zone, and a lot of times bass want to see that. They love to see different presentations. I'm a big believer in mixing up how you're targeting fish to catch bigger and better fish. The hover hook is a way to do that, right? And with the simple fact that this bait will fall through the zone slower on the hover hook, gives you the ability to fish it in different ways. Hope you guys learned something today. You know, at the channel, we love to fish baits in different ways. There's a lot of ways that you can fish the stank bug. And, you know, we love baits that are versatile. I am a huge believer in Maxent. You know that I love the Maxent tube. If you watch the channel, you know that I love the Maxent drop shot worm and the hit worm and the blunt nose minnow and all those baits. They really allow you to catch more fish. So, huge shout out to Wade at Berkley for sending these to us to get some underwater footage on. Check out the link in our bio to get you a pack of these. These are hard to find. They're selling out as soon as they hit the market. So, Berkley, Power Bait, Maxent, Stank Bug, check it out. Check out those jig heads from Ebb and Flow Outdoors. They're linked in bio too. Captain Dave hooked us up with some sweet jig heads. So be sure to check him out. Pick up some stank bugs. Help us help you. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. We'll see you next time.